Gracias.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Ranking Member Cummings, and the colleagues here that shared this room today for this hearing, which is very important, obviously. Thanks for allowing me to participate in today's hearing to introduce Scott Root, a fellow Iowan. He's from Council Bluffs, which is on the western end of the 3rd District, nestled up against the Missouri River. And our mantra there is just to work hard and treat others right. A lot of patriotism there, fear and love of the Lord. Thank you for being here today. Earlier this year, Scott lost his daughter, Sarah, a beautiful girl, to a drunk driver, a criminal who took advantage of this administration's immigration policies, jumped bail, and may never be brought to justice for his crime. Scott, thank you for being here today to share your story. And Marilyn, thank you for coming as well. As I'm sure Scott and my colleagues from Iowa can attest to, Iowans have a unique sense of community, as well do other members and the folks from their district and state, a unique sense of community. We're all in this together. When something happens to one of us or our neighbors, it really gives levity to the situation. It hits us hard. It puts an impact on us personally, because it's like it's happening to all of us. Though we cannot fathom his grief, Mr. Root, we are left with a deep sense of loss, and we want to see justice. What happened to Sarah was a tragedy and a horrible crime, and now the Root family and the community are left waiting to see if Ezwin Mejia will ever be found, will ever stand trial because of failures of the court and failures of the federal government to enforce our laws. I had the chance to question Director Saldana early this year, and she shared when ICE failed to follow through on a detainer, it kept Ezwin Mejia from facing justice. She also said ICE will be looking at this case to make sure this doesn't happen again. As the chairman knows, this is something we hear too often without seeing actual results. From ICE, not accurately reviewing the requests of the local police to the Department of Health and Human Services, placing Ezwin Mejia as an unaccompanied minor with his brother, who is also here illegally, I am astounded. This administration not only continues to restrict the enforcement of our immigration laws, but they don't seem to understand them at all in the first place. Nothing can bring Sarah back, but we can honor her and preserve Sarah's memory with justice and making sure this never happens again. Scott, thank you for being here today. May God give you courage, wisdom, peace, and strength in your fight for Sarah and her memory and for justice. Thank you for being here today. Mr. Chairman, I yield. Thank you.